Step into a dark and mysterious American thriller where nothing is exactly what it seems. The story begins with an unexpected confrontation between two people whose lives are connected by secrets, fear, and painful memories. What initially appears to be an ordinary moment quickly becomes something much more disturbing, as the characters find themselves caught in a situation they never expected. The atmosphere of this movie is filled with suspense from the very beginning. The quiet locations, dark surroundings, mysterious characters, and emotional confrontations create a feeling that something dangerous is waiting just beyond what the audience can see. Every scene raises another question, and every answer seems to lead to an even bigger mystery. The story follows a group of people who become connected through a series of strange events. Some of them appear to know more than they are willing to reveal, while others are simply trying to understand what is happening around them. As the night becomes darker, their relationships are tested, and hidden tensions begin to surface. One of the most powerful elements of the movie is the atmosphere. Rather than relying only on frightening moments, the story creates suspense through silence, darkness, expressions, mysterious locations, and unexpected encounters. The audience is constantly encouraged to wonder what happened before the events shown on screen and what might happen next. As the characters move through their surroundings, the feeling of danger becomes stronger. A seemingly normal location begins to feel unfamiliar. Familiar faces become difficult to trust. Conversations take on new meaning, and small details that initially seem unimportant gradually become part of a much larger mystery. The emotional side of the story is equally important. The characters are not simply running from danger, they are also dealing with fear, uncertainty, relationships, guilt, and difficult choices. Their personal struggles make the story more intense because the audience becomes emotionally connected to what happens to them. The nighttime scenes add another layer of mystery. Darkness surrounds the characters while distant lights reveal only parts of their environment. A group standing together outside appears to be searching for something, but the reason behind their presence is not immediately clear. Their expressions suggest uncertainty, while the surrounding darkness creates the impression that they may not be alone. As the story develops, the characters begin to realize that the events around them may be connected. What seemed like separate incidents gradually become pieces of the same puzzle. The more they investigate, the more questions they discover. The movie also explores the importance of trust. When people are placed in a frightening and confusing situation, trusting the wrong person can change everything. Some characters try to remain calm, while others react emotionally. These differences create tension within the group and make it increasingly difficult for everyone to work together. Another important part of the story is the mysterious relationship between two women. Their journey together appears calm on the surface, but the atmosphere suggests that something much deeper is happening. Walking toward an isolated house surrounded by trees, they seem to be heading toward a place connected to their past. The quiet surroundings create an unsettling feeling, as though the house itself is holding a secret. The film uses this setting to create psychological suspense. Instead of revealing everything immediately, the story allows the audience to form its own theories. Is there a hidden truth inside the house? Are the characters being watched? Is someone manipulating events from the shadows? Or is the real danger coming from the secrets carried by the characters themselves? These unanswered questions keep the story moving. The characters eventually find themselves surrounded by circumstances that become increasingly difficult to explain. Their attempts to understand the truth lead them deeper into a mystery that appears to have existed long before they arrived. The movie's emotional moments are balanced with suspenseful sequences, creating a combination of drama, mystery, and horror. The story focuses not only on what happens but also on how people react when everything they believe begins to fall apart. One of the most interesting aspects of the story is the contrast between ordinary moments and frightening situations. A simple conversation can suddenly become tense. A quiet hallway can feel threatening. A group photograph can raise questions about the people involved. A walk toward a house can feel like the beginning of something irreversible. This style of storytelling makes the movie especially engaging for viewers who enjoy American mystery thrillers and atmospheric horror films. As the mystery continues, the characters must confront their fears and make decisions that could change their lives. They cannot simply walk away from what is happening because the truth is becoming impossible to ignore. The story gradually reveals that every character may have a role to play. Some may be victims of circumstances beyond their control. Others may be hiding information. And some may know the truth but choose silence because revealing it could have consequences. The audience is therefore left with an important question: how far would you go to discover the truth when the truth itself might be more frightening than the mystery? The movie builds toward a dramatic sequence in which the characters are forced to face the consequences of everything that has happened. Relationships are challenged, secrets are exposed, and the line between reality and fear becomes increasingly difficult to understand. The visual style shown in these scenes creates a classic American thriller atmosphere. Dark locations, low lighting, isolated surroundings, and emotionally intense performances all contribute to the feeling of uncertainty. Rather than giving everything away, the story keeps several elements mysterious, allowing viewers to experience the suspense for themselves. If you enjoy American horror movies, mystery thrillers, psychological suspense, dark drama, mysterious houses, supernatural atmosphere, emotional confrontations, and unexpected twists, this story offers plenty of suspense and questions to keep you watching until the final moments. The movie also reminds us that appearances can be misleading. Someone who looks innocent may know more than they reveal, while someone who appears suspicious may actually be trying to protect others. In a story built around secrets, it becomes almost impossible to know who can be trusted. The 4 scenes represented in this video capture different sides of the story: confrontation, relationships, mystery, and isolation. Together, they create a cinematic journey filled with tension and unanswered questions. From the first emotional confrontation to the mysterious nighttime gathering, and from the quiet walk toward an isolated house to the moments when relationships begin to change, every scene contributes to a larger story. The darkness surrounding the characters is not simply part of the setting. It represents the uncertainty they are experiencing. They do not know what is waiting for them, and neither does the audience. That is what makes this type of thriller so engaging. As the story reaches its final stages, the characters are forced to make difficult choices. The secrets they have tried to hide can no longer remain hidden. Past events begin to influence the present, and the consequences of earlier decisions finally become clear. The final moments leave viewers thinking about everything they have seen. Some questions may receive answers, while others remain open to interpretation. This gives the story a psychological quality that continues even after the movie ends. The film is ultimately about fear, trust, secrets, relationships, and the consequences of confronting the unknown. It combines emotional drama with a dark mystery and creates an atmosphere designed to keep viewers guessing. Whether you are a fan of American thriller movies, mystery stories, psychological suspense, or atmospheric horror, this movie-style story provides an intense cinematic experience. Watch the video from beginning to end and pay attention to the small details. A simple expression, a strange location, a quiet conversation, or a character appearing in the background may become important later. Who can be trusted? What happened before the night began? Why are these people connected? And what is waiting for them in the darkness? Those questions form the heart of this mysterious American thriller. If you enjoy this type of movie content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share the video with other movie and thriller fans. Your support helps the channel continue creating more movie stories, mystery explanations, thriller descriptions, and cinematic content. Keywords: USA horror movie, American horror film, USA thriller movie, American thriller, mystery movie, psychological thriller, horror thriller, suspense movie, mystery story, dark mystery, scary movie, American cinema, Hollywood thriller, horror story, mystery film, suspense film, dark drama, haunted house mystery, night thriller, emotional thriller, mysterious movie, thriller story, horror movie story, movie explained, movie story, full movie description, American mystery film, suspense story, cinematic thriller, dark horror film.